To understand the MC and MRs, we have another application, that is managerial application, which is decision level application. That is when MR greater than marginal cost. What is the tagline? You should increase the production. Why? Because at that point, if you increase the production, you will increase your profit, right? Similarly, if you want to have a logic behind that one, then see the logic here. Marginal revenue greater than marginal cost, right? So just for a moment, ignore this marginal. If revenue greater than cost, and what is the tagline? Increase production, right? You just have to write down M with this, right? So this is just my hint to remember this one. So here, what is the managerial condition? If you found out that right now, you want to find out that whether I'm earning maximum profit or not, just to see that whether your marginal revenue is greater than marginal cost, then you are not earning the maximum profit. You should increase the production to find out how to earn more profit. And what is the tagline for the next one? If marginal revenue less than marginal cost, here if you just ignore the M, then revenue less than cost, then what is that? Quantity should be reduced, because your cost is higher, your revenue is lower, right? Just add M here. Then what is the managerial condition? Whether you want to see by looking at the table, or when you have a production report and the cost analysis, and you find out that wow, my revenue, marginal revenue is less than marginal cost. And what is the tagline? I start reducing production. How you can reduce the production? By eliminating the overtime shifts, or by laying off some workers, right? And when MC is equal to MR, MC is equal to MR, so this is the perfect condition where you are getting the highest profit, right? So now we know that the revenue of, let me just write it down here, revenue of competitive firm is that price is equal to average revenue is equal to marginal revenue, right? But the profit maximizing condition for competitive firm is that marginal revenue is equal to price equal to AR, and also adding MC. So for profit maximizing, we know that price is equal to AR is equal to MR, and for profit maximum, MR must be equal to MC. So remember, if profit is maximum, it means your market price must be your marginal cost, your market price must be your marginal revenue, your market price must be your average revenue, right? So that's what this analysis is saying. So let's explore this further. So we are going to find out graphically where we can locate the maximum quantity, but before that one, we just explored at the start of our lecture some curves. So are you familiar with this MC? That MC is upward sloping, right? And ATC is U-shaped curve, and marginal cost crossed the ATC at its minimum, right? If this is ATC, then marginal cost crosses the ATC at its minimum, right? This level, we call this efficient scale, right? So let's explore this. Okay, now the profit maximization for a competitive firm. First, we will find out the maximum profit, maximum quantity, to find out that quantity which maximize the profit, and then we'll find out where in a graph the profit lies and loss lies. Okay, so let's talk about that. We know that marginal cost is upward sloping, and marginal cost cuts the average total cost at its minimum. and below every total cost there is average variable cost, right? So what we learned in our previous slides, the managerial decision, that if we are producing Q1, right, and we know that Q1, in that case MC is here and total cost is here, right? So in that case, when marginal cost is less than every total cost, what was the tagline we discussed in our cost of production? That increase the production, right? When we increase the production, we still have to enjoy this economies of scale, or when you increase the production, the cost will be lowering, right? Okay, at Q2 quantity, this is our marginal cost, right? And this is our every total cost, right? In that case, marginal cost greater than every total cost. And what is the tagline? That reduce the production. How? Because by reducing it, you reduce the cost. See, when you reduce the production, you reduce the cost, right? So it means the max quantity is in between Q1 and Q2, right? And what we have learned uh, from the competitive firm, the condition is MC is equal to MR. So let me just remove the mess here. So what we learned from a profit maximizing condition is that MC is equal to MR. Let's find out where is the price line. So the price line is here. If the price line, so this is the demand curve or price line. So most of the students, they confuse about this because demand is downward sloping, and in that case it is a flat horizontal line, right? Why is that? So the answer is that because we are talking in competitive market, and competitive market, price is equal to AR is equal to MR, right? Price is kind of fixed. Price is fixed, so we don't see a downward sloping curve, right? We see a flat horizontal curve like this. So in that case, we know that price is equal to AR is equal to MR. Okay, so where this max quantity lies, where MC is equal to MR. So if you want to find out MC is equal to MR, so where is MC and where is MR? So MC is on the MC curve, and MR is basically the price. So you see in a graph, this point we call that max quantity, right? How? Because at that point MC is equal to MR, right? And what is the explanation of this one? Some of the questions, students, they will be confused why we find out this, why we are doing this extra trouble to find out this, and how we can explain this one. The explanation that I also repeated in previous slide is that to find out this quantity, when we find out this quantity is basically minimizing the cost. So this is the price, right? And this is, so at this our cost will be minimum, right? If you find out here, this is also intersection here, right? But at that point, this is the every total cost is, you can see, higher. And at this point, see, even at this point the cost is higher as compared to this one, right? So we have to find out that quantity with minimize the every total cost and maximize the profit, right? So we have successfully find out that where MC is equal to MR, it is that point, and at that point our profit is maximum, right? So let's see here. So at this point, firm maximizes profit by producing the quantity at which marginal cost equal to marginal revenue. So if you understand the previous slide's concept, then please pause the video and try to answer this. Okay, if your answer is A, you are in good shape, you digest this concept, and let's explore further. So now marginal cost and the competitive firm's supply curve. Now we are finding out what is the competitive firm's supply curve. So we know that supply is when price is high, it means quantity supplied is also high, right? So let's discuss in our